Can Christians celebrate Halloween? Technically speaking, you can do whatever you want. The question we should be asking is, should we celebrate Halloween as Christians? Furthermore, why would a believer in Jesus even want to celebrate Halloween? Every year it's the same old conversation, and seemingly every year Christians lose ground as Halloween becomes more and more and more popular to our modern culture. Did you know that it is being discussed to make Halloween a national holiday where it is recognized by the government and the day of Halloween as an official off day? Halloween generates over $10 billion annually on costumes, candy, and decorations. And most of the time, Christians are supporting it financially, fiscally. Where does Halloween come from? Well, it dates back as early to a couple thousand years. It has a lot of historical connection to the Celts and Christian celebrations and ceremonies. I've heard it all, as a majority of the time Christians are stating their case that it is totally okay for believers in Christ to participate in this evil holiday. Somewhere in their Bible reading, they miss 2 Corinthians 6:14. Can light and darkness coexist together? The Bible is clear on the issues of evil, and Halloween clearly has evil written all over it. Halloween is starting earlier and earlier. Yeah, you mean to tell me as Christians you haven't noticed? Demonic decorations were in retail stores in late August, months before All Hallows Eve. The decorations include demonic imagery like pentagrams and demons, as well as haunted items such as dolls. There are even cute, plush, nightmarish monsters from all of the famous TV shows. Yes, I've even seen Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th. I grew up on these shows. But as a believer in the faith, I've matured to realize that fear is not of God. We should not be celebrating hauntings and the occult and witchcraft and demonism. Trick-or-treating sounds fun to children, but take time to explain to them that evil connotations and representations are not what Jesus wants us to be involved in. We can get candy anytime. We don't need Halloween to get bags of it. Our overindulgence in food and sweets is just another of the many problems we have in the Western church. Halloween is just an even deeper rooted issue connected to everything else. How is God going to bring us to a place of maturity where we can be the salt and light of the world when we want to partake in the evil of the world, such as Halloween? It is mind-blowing to me that Christians continue to defend Halloween against other Christians who are trying to warn them and tell them and sound the alarm that Christians should not be partaking in Halloween. Halloween does not celebrate Jesus, God, goodness, peace, love in any form or fashion. It celebrates fear. That alone should be enough to tell you. But then you involve demons and devils, witchcraft and sorcery. And now Christians want to find a way to get involved and stay connected to Halloween. They want to say, okay, as long as we go to a Halloween party that's more or less, for the kids, right? But the kids still dress up in their costumes. Why do you need to let your kids dress up in a costume on Halloween anyway? When you know the connection of Halloween is satanic. It's part of the occult. The witching hour is a real thing. The witches and warlocks celebrate Halloween. They've openly told the people on the news. They've openly confessed this. They'll tell you. They don't hide it. This is their big deal. Halloween. I have been to Halloween celebrations in the city of New Orleans, and nothing about Halloween is godly. It's vile. It's rude. It's disgusting. The things that they're doing are perverted. It gets the mind involved in all kind of debauchery, whether it's sexual, immoral, violent. Think about it. Blood, pain, hurt, causing harm. This is the very spirit of Halloween. The Grim Reaper who brings death. God doesn't bring death. He doesn't bring fear. Why do Christians want to partake in Halloween? And I get fussed at behind this. It's okay. Listen, I'm not perfect. I still make mistakes and I still, have things that I probably need to work on. There's no doubt about that. But we got to be at least honest. Even if we're going to buy some candy or go trick-or-treating with your kids, at least say, this is something I really need to reconsider. I don't need to be a part of this as a believer in God. How can I expect the miraculous and signs, miracles, and wonders to move in my life when I'm partaking in a celebration of the demonic? Knowingly, we're not being fooled into this. It's clear as day what the celebration is. But here we are again and again, year after year. The churches are pretty much empty on Sundays from one end of the country to the next. But Halloween starts in August. We need to reconsider as Christians what we're doing. We should be praying and casting down the spirit of Halloween. And that's where I stand and that's what I'm on. And that's all I got to say about that. Please reconsider celebrating Halloween if you're a Christian.